Euro Friendlies officially sponsored by Sweden, obviously, as people are saying in chat. The entire nation of Sweden. I'm actually I'm a Swedish asset. Neither player live yet. Build your own Friendlies. How many channel points do I have? I have 150k, which is surprisingly low. What a fucking name that is. Pumpino Miserable. Jesus Christ. Alright, yeah. We got both players live. In which case... it's the players. We're just gonna remove the cams because there's no actual cam going on there. I'm going to check stencils though, just to make sure. Off by a pixel. Unacceptable. Pixels in all directions. Crazy. Me. Off by a pixel no matter what I do. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, that's probably correct. It looks correct for Poopy, so that's fine. Tyler doesn't want to watch. Well, fuck you then. Audio was kind of loud. With which audio? My audio? The music? What? You lied and you apologize. Apology accepted. That's cool and all. Most Twitch streams I have on maximum volume and it's still reasonably quiet, so, still better than it being too quiet. That's all I can say. At least you can just lower the volume. When it's too quiet, you can't increase it without adding add-ons to your browser and shit. So, sucks to suck. I can lower the desktop audio a little bit though. There we go. Down by a couple decibels. Yeah, then that'll do maybe. I'm just used to YouTube, where everything is way louder. Twitch is just a quieter website in terms of audio mixing. The norms are different. I mean, that's probably true, but I play drums, so my hearing is buggered. So YouTube's the only one where I don't set it to max on almost everything. I don't really, like, laptops have like 1 to 100, surely. You just set it to 1. There's no way that I'm that loud. Just not possible. Because there's no amplification or anything. I'm not even in the red. I'm in the yellow. Don't know how I'm meant to mix better than that. I very occasionally hit the red. If I'm adjusting and my microphone doesn't adjust quick enough. Anyway, the players are not in games currently, so do you guys want seeds? Do you want a seed? Do you want to play same piece set? Audio levels are fun, I know, right? Okay, Poopy's just gone into another B-type. Spus, great. There you go. Why are you retire Eurofendly? Eurofendy. Fucking bored. I've watched enough Tetris. That's also an issue. I don't need to play barrier, but I did for years because I just didn't think about it. At this point, it's like, it's just comfortable. It just feels fine. I don't know, whatever the handicap they agreed on was, I don't care. Both players are ready. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I suggested double score, but I can't remember what. Okay, cool. 19 is fine. Do a 19 start. We're chilling. I'm sure it can. Problem is, once you get used to once you get used to a certain volume, adjusting off of it means that you just feel like you literally can't hear anything. And that's not very fun, feeling like you just can't hear anything. So, 96,000 for Wobbert versus 88,000 for Poopy. $700k, it's 29. Hell yeah. Oh, Wobbert, that's not a good spot to be in. Needs a long bar ASAP. Is not getting a long bar ASAP. Gonna top out at 102k, meaning Poopy will take game 1. Oh my god, it's Grant Culverston. Well, increment your seeds, and then we can get game 2 underway. I feel kind of sick. Anyway. Both players are ready. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Your cat is watching Tetris. Whoa. A bois, a 2 bois, a 3 bois. I don't know what that means. No idea. Good old cat watching Tetris. What nice misdrop there. Very exciting. Nice solution as well, though. Very satisfying. And then the least satisfying follow-up of another misdrop. Really keeping us on our toes here. With some of the oddest Tetris. Ooh, Poopy. Just barely getting that Z piece over to the left side. Well, we're at 120k, Poopy at 114. Of course, with 19 speeds ahead in line, so... You were unreasonably good at 29 spins on specifically row 4. Wow. Amazing. He's not even dassing. Or she, I don't know what gender your cat is. Hello, KJF underscore. How are you? Well, we're up to 218,000 points. Poopy at 175. And longbar dependent. Gonna get the longbar, gonna fill in dependency. Gonna get ready for the Tetris, gonna score it, and get another longbar to put to the left. Hashtag tired, hashtag worth it, hashtag blessed. So true, man. So true. $258 for Poopy. 268 for Wobbert, so... And with Wobbert's stack getting a little bit out of hand. Still reasonable, but could get worse. Looks like Poopy will be taking a lead pretty soon. And yeah, Wobbert with those misdrops, not going to rotate the bar in time. 269 is going to be the top 8 score. Poopy close to the chase down, but making moves that won't resolve. 264 is the top out. We're going to tie up 1-1. We got a ready from Poopy. Increment your seeds. And ready. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So, different starts for the players. Poopy, unsurprisingly, with 19 speed, is going to be the first one to get Tetris ready. Also, a little bit awkward with that left side, but taking safe burns to bring it down to a manageable height. Now the right side, T-spin dependent. Gonna hit the T-spin. Set up in column 2. The worst of the wells. Poopy, another nice spin there. Gonna get Tetris ready, but... Oh, misdrops though. That's probably just gonna do it for Poopy unless they can get something to the left side. They cannot. 47k. Wobbert was gonna be in the lead in this match. 2-1. Wellest now. I am. Right. Columns, everything but 2 and 9 supremacist. That's what I am. Right. Both players are ready. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Show up with a Z and an I piece. Very nice. So, not the cleanest start for Wobbert. Gonna be taking some burns here. Could turn it into a center well, depending on how the pieces fall, but does not. Poopy up to 56k. Wobbert with another misdrop there. Mistuck. Poopy also not clean, but just taking some rooftop burns should be able to bring this down reasonably quickly, and the right pieces come to allow that. So Tetris ready, and going to score it. Well, we're going to score center well as well, go up 66k, so pace-wise, reasonably even. So, 150k for Poopy now, just shy of 100k for Wobbert. But Wobbert has to create a well somewhere. May end up in column 9, the second worst well. Column 2 is the worst well. Everyone knows column 2 is the worst well. Because it's reasonably difficult to get things to on higher speeds, like the right column, like a column 10 well, but has all of the negatives of a column 9 well tacked onto it. At least a column 1 well is reasonably easy to maintain. It's just, you know, hard to get things to the left. Poopy gonna be done at 186, but Wobbert 154. Still got a chase down to complete here. "19 digs with Das are just kind of hard." And hey, it keeps us on schedule. So, there's that. Not long to go for Wobbert now, just a few thousand points. Which one's the next match? Is it Violet versus Winter? It is. Whoa, we've got the people here already. Crazy. Is that enough points? Not quite. Needs 400 more. But that Tetris is plenty. 209 is the winning score. And that is a 3-1 victory. And we've got Block Say Libel ready. And assumedly season playing Tetris. So assumedly Winter, you will be on season playing Tetris, yeah? Hi, what's this tournament? I don't know the Tetris community and events really well. This is Euro Friendlies, which means it's not necessarily a tournament, it's just friendly matches between players. And this is the final episode because I have been hosting it for 3 years and I'm bored. But don't worry, there's plenty more on this channel that you will get to experience if you follow this channel and are interested in watching Tetris. If you are not, then maybe don't follow the channel. You can figure the rest out yourself, I'm sure. Oh my god, it's Flyhack. Yeah, I just see people organizing matches and I'm like, yep, I don't care what the match is, I'll take it. Alright, we've had a same piece set offer, so I'm just going to generate a seed. You're not live yet, though, by the looks of things. Now you are, very good. It just wasn't loading. Took a minute to load. Alright, let's turn on the cams then and crop them accordingly. Yeah, I'll do. And oh my god. A human face. And oh my god, a second human face. Nobody can see it yet, but there's actual human faces on the screen. It's remarkable. Whoa, human faces. There we go. Bold move to call you human. Listen, I'm not the one who said it. I'm not gonna be the one to call you non-human. Okay. That exactly. I know, right, Wilbur? That's what that's what I was trying to hint at. Yeah, I was. But there we go. Got readies from both players. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So Violet, of course, future CTUK 2025 finalist, as has been predicted by someone, I can't remember who. And Wintera, who is very good at tapping, which is an incredibly niche skill set in this modern era of Tetris. Let's reset. What do you mean this is the straightest thing ever? Exactly. It cancels out. It's actually because it's too I'm not going to keep that thought going on. Just you can figure out what the joke is there. I can't think of the most appropriate way to word it. It's impossible to get to say the right thing, I swear. Can't word these jokes properly. Political correctness gone mad, I tell you. Oh, that is a misdrop for Winter. Is it resolvable, though? It might be. Okay, that's an interesting way of going about it, but it's working so far. Nobody's really sure. That it doesn't work, though. The hang on the left will not resolve. So Violet's undefeated streak until CTUK Championship. Until CTUK Championship title. There we go. That's the full sentence I was looking for. Has begun. But we'll lose 0 games from now until August. And we've got readies from both players. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So first Tetris will go to Winter, while Violet gonna have to take a split double with that long bar. Truly tragic. Insurmountable deficit of a Tetris. There we go. Both players scoring another Tetris. As shown, deficit insurmountable. Still Tetris behind. Winter pretty high up here, though. And not getting a long bar, gonna take a nice triple. Keep things safe. And another Tetris, up to 98k. Violet really feeling that drought, but eventually gets 2 bars. Brings it down, scores a couple Tetrises, and a third one. Winter gonna get a tuck there, but would need a long bar to keep going perfect. Takes a single burn into another Tetris. So far, a reasonably forgiving seed. Winter setting up an interesting triple tuck there. The VLTS, the volts. So, 164 versus 192. Who is forgiving the seed? The Pope. On behalf of Jesus Christ, of course. The seed died for our sins or something. This is a papal seed, so true, exactly. Everyone knows that droughts are blasphemous. Everyone knows the story of Noah and the Ark. Oh, that's bad for Winter. Can't get the bar over to the right. Gonna take an incredible amount of flat burning to survive that. It's not gonna happen. 243 is gonna be the top out score. And that means it's going to be a 2-0 lead to Violet already. You're rolling. That does explain a reasonable amount. I can vaguely tell that you're rolling, just not 100% because I haven't extended the camera far down enough. There we go. Now we can get the full rolling experience. Jesus once waited 100 pieces for the long bar. It's true. Facts. Both players are ready. Oh, didn't end. Let's see. There we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. As everyone knows, Jesus droughted for our sins. So, both players with a Tetris, but Violet with one pushdown point, putting her above optimal pace, while Wintera putting an L piece in the Vit setup, which does create some burns. Some inevitable burns. Number 3, early top, yep. Everyone's favourite. Everyone likes the third early top the most. Ooh, Violet. Violet's gonna take ET number 3. There we go. Denying Wintera the best play of the match with 3 early top outs. And it will go 2-1. Alright. All you need to do is make it to level 19. Let's just do a quick PB check. PB. There we go. I'm sure between the two of you, you can make it to level 19. I'm sure between the two of you, you can make it to level 19. with that update. Still pretty sure. But this is Euro Friendlies, the place where good players come to top out on level 18. Time to line out. I mean, it might work. Alright, just waiting the ready, or awaiting the ready. Should we agree to just early top every game so this Euro Friendlies is the worst of all time? Let me tell you, that would make it the best Euro Friendlies of all time. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I just noticed that my wife has left a plaster on the corner of my desk. It's been there for about a week. That's very sanitary, thank you. Appreciate it. But on the other hand, I didn't even notice it, and it's been there for at least a week, so that's cool. Aren't I just the best? 3's asking, is Violet mogging or whatever it is? I don't know what that is. I am not young enough. But maybe. Violet can confirm. Wintera continuing with their strat of going infinitely aggressive and just hoping it works. Which so far it hasn't, but there's always a chance. It either works or it doesn't. 50-50 odds. So you might as well go for more score. Okay, this is where it doesn't work typically, is on these kinds of misdrops. Meanwhile, Violet, reasonably safe, reasonably clean. Though Violet really pushing the limits of what is humanly possible in this game right now, and gonna push them a little too far and reach what is humanly impossible and top out. So, congrats Wintera, you're in a chase down. I'm sure you can complete this in a reasonable time frame without a dozen misdrops. The best Tetris match ever played. It might well be. This is Euro Friendlies. This is where good matches come to die. We're yet to see a transition to level 19. Kind of. It depends. Do you count poopy in match 1 starting on level 19. In which case... kind of. Oh my god. Wintera pogging out. We're all pogging out. The crowd goes mild. The chase down of a nighttime. Alright, both players are ready. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. This game double roll over 39. Okay. Can't wait. This match has been such a wonderful shit show. Yeah, we were meant to use this match to get like more on schedule, not more off schedule. You have to like counteract the unbalanced matches with balanced ones to try and do that, but this one hasn't happened. This strategy has failed me once again. Real. You can say that you're in silver. What a timeline. Gilded Lizard has made their way to TNP silver. Longest lose streak in history. You still have that record, right? I assume no one's taken that from you. Because that is a solid record history. It's, who knows, into Benfamir, into Gilded. And that Benfamir record stood for a long time, so it takes some strong gameplay to beat that. That was like a 3-year record that got broken. Violet up to 136, 76k for Wintera. You versus Dan will go 40 minutes. It's still... I don't think it will. I don't think it will, Threes. If you make it to level 19, I will be surprised. Well, not surprised. Like... Well, no, yeah, no, I will be surprised. I was going to try and temper that to sound less cruel, but no. No, I'll be surprised. You have 2 max outs now. Amazing. Isn't there 3 years between the first and the second one? That's pretty solid pace. Speaking of solid pace, Violet on, I think, perfect. Won't be in a moment, but still. Wintera half the score, just shy of the same line count. A little bit under. Right. Who can I think? I can't really even think of a comparison. Like, Moo Juice was like a year and a half between his first and second. Threes, don't say that. You should don't acknowledge that the match could be good. That'll mean Violet will top out with like 620k into level 19. Everyone knows how that works. If you mention good pace, then they die immediately as soon as anything eventful could happen. Or Wintera will top out of natural causes. One of the two. One of them looking more likely than the other right now, but digging solidly. Oh, but then double flip. That's not what you want to do. Unless you have, I don't know, a lack of understanding of how you win a game of Tetris, then maybe you do. Violet 418, Winter 245. So Winter, work ahead of him. I mean, ultimately, we're all here for the final 3 matches of the show. Everyone knows that. You get to watch some cursed Tetris, you get to watch Yanni play Tetris in a competitive environment, which is just fun. And you get to watch Marks versus Geowolf. Ian Geek has eaten too much lunch. Wintera with the mini Vits, my favourite setup in the game. Yeah, Threes isn't even here for his own match. Winter, this is a weird stack. This is a really weird stack. I don't really know what to make of it. Violet not getting the long bars to keep the pace going. Really not getting the long bars. This is quite the drought. Finally it ends, but the well's not open. Still 600k transition possible. But unlikely given the stack. And another drought forming. And then there's the long bar. Everyone could see that coming from... And there's the long bar. Finally, there we go. 578 transition, still solid. But that was utter bullshit. 350k transition for Winter, though, so Violet, you got that going for you. You do have a 250k lead. Jesus died for our droughts. Well, you know. God was bored. What sins did Violet commit to deserve that? Nobody truly knows. She'll have to go to Tetris Confessional. With her, whoever the head of the Tetris church, or like the parishioner of a Tetris church is. Yeah, based on Euro Friendlies, yeah. Playing well on Euro Friendlies is the sin. That explains a lot. Wintera, that longboard on the right, okay, gets another one over it. Of course, is rolling, so... all of the misdrops immediately come with a much more difficult move after it that saves the game. Violet gonna Tetris up to... not 300, 800k. Wintera, I'm not sure if that was a setup or just how the cookie crumbled. You know, I'm not really sure what to make of Wintera's stack now or for the last, like, 5 levels. It's been pretty chaotic. Violet, on the other hand, reasonably clean and safe and understandable. My favourite kind of Tetris. Comprehensible. Another mini Vits for Winter, but this one not in column 9, so it is resolvable, and it is resolved. 500k versus just shy of 900k for Violet with that Tetris. Will cross 900k. So, while not PB pace, unless they pull off some kill screen shenanigans, pretty solid game. Nice adjustment there as well. I feel like Winter's a little bit on the back foot going into the final moments of this decider here. Just a small comeback required. Winter said they'd get 700k into kill screen this set. That looks optimistic, given the current circumstances on their board and their line count. Violet max out into the kill screen. Gonna hang on the right side there, but can maybe reopen it with the right pieces. Doesn't get the right pieces, nor the right moves. But a max out. That's a 400k lead on the kill screen to win the match, which most people agree is a solid win. Amazing. Chase down. You gave yourself too much credit. People are too optimistic on Euro Friendlies. They think, I'm going to be the one who breaks the rule of everyone playing like dog shit, and then they don't. Bye, Violet. Friend of the show in some capacity. What am I doing now? I know what I'm doing. Wow, amazing. Dan is ready. Well, not ready. He's live. Whether or not he's ready, we will see in a moment. 3s, 2s, chess. So 3s, what has brought you back to playing Tetris after all of these years? Sps is offered. Sps is provided. Oh my goodness, it is gamers. Dan playing some Crunch. A pretty solid game, actually. Even if it's like a solid 50% luck. Misses the T-spin though, very sad. That other 50% is skill, and let me tell you, he's playing some pretty good Crunch. Ah, that misdrop though. Trust the process, exactly. Will come incredibly intense. Are you going to be playing 4 wide well or whatever? Quadruple well. Combo strats in NES Tetris. Or are you just going to do a Crunch match? Is that what the match is going to be? Agree that, you know what? Instead of same piece set, we'll just play 4 wide. Someone should... We need to implement 3 wide as well. So if you get a long bar and you don't first frame spin it, you top out. Threes, 2s wide. Oh god, 2 wide. Squares are just a guaranteed double. Oh, that's true. No long bars at all. That would be a good way to solve the problem. Alright. Players are ready for Tetris in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yay. Dan with a nice clean opener. So far, it's been like 8 pieces. Okay, yeah, very nice clean opener. 3s doing literally the worst opener I might have ever seen. That is the worst bits ever performed by man. that is beautiful. I've never seen such a shit Vits attempt. Never before in human history. Has someone buggered a bits that badly? Alright, 70k versus 35k. Dan reopening the right side, going to cross 100k, just shy of 120. Threes just hit 60k, so half Dan's score, though it does score a Tetris. So 40k behind, added just shy of the same line count, 27 to 26 lines. Dan, bit of an uneven board, would hate the square piece, but that T-piece solves a reasonable amount of issues. Not all of them, but enough. Maybe not enough. Stack's a little bit weird. May end up center welling here if the pieces fall accordingly, and they do. Does get the T-piece to the left side. That would have been a spicy moment if he hung that. Of course, the seed is providing a drought, but there we go. There's a long bar. 150k goes up to 170k. While threes, 130 goes up to 156. Dan is losing his pace lead, though, to this kind of dig. It's kind of dig. It's kind of just aggressive play. It's somewhere in between. It's definitely a dig now. Where it started and where it ended may well be different places. Usually you want those two things to be different places, but otherwise you've made no progress. Threes, twos up to 250k. Dan only at 190k, so even with threes, horrible opener that I will remember until the day I die. Dan is behind in pace, and I'm nearly out of water. And now I am out of water. Threes setting up a nice mini secret grade though, so that'll give a little bit of time for Dan to recuperate his losses. Well, that's true. But home has made the progress of not having groceries to having groceries, so you know. So what's next for Sunny? President of the universe, probably. Three's not in a good spot here. Can take flat burns. Gets the long piece to the left side. Okay, he's cutting this dig close, but gotta say, mildly impressed that he's survived as long as he has. Sadly, jinxed him. Gonna top out at 296, and Dan has only just surpassed it already. Means Dan will take a 1-0 lead. Exactly. I'll own Tetris and then modify the rules such that I am always the best at it. And then I will always win the World Championship. Who decrements the seed? Alright, we've got two readies. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I might try getting good at chess. I probably won't. I'm quite bad at committing to things. But, you know, we'll see what I do. Maybe I just decide that, you know, doing anything is kind of overrated, and just become a rock and just become perfectly stationary for the next 500 million years. I'm sort of awful at chess. What kind of rating are we talking, Ian? Because I'd like to think that I'm okay at chess. You're 1000 rapid. Alright, alright. I suck at puzzles. I am awful at puzzles. My puzzle rating is like probably lower than my normal rating. That's not true. Puzzles are really easy to gain elo in, but still. I just don't enjoy them, and thus I don't do them. Went from being okay to absolute dog. What is my puzzle rating? Alright, I've got to check what my puzzle rating is now. While this is going on, 166k for Dan versus 130k for Threes. Threes with a shit board. I'm 1948 puzzles, apparently. So it is higher than my rapid elo, but not crazily so, I guess. You're stuck at 1100 in Nestor's puzzles? Yeah, I think I got like 2500, 2700, something like that when I played it for half an hour, and then I never played it again. I'm not a puzzle guy. Are Barra better at stacking than Sunny confirmed? Yeah, I mean, probably at this point. I haven't played the game in like 3 months. Well, I've played like maybe half an hour total across the last 3 months. Actually, when was 3 months ago? 3 months ago was September. 2.5 months. Because it was about the start of October when I really stopped playing. I don't know. Forever? I don't know. Forever's a while. I'm just not Tetrising, you know, like, make of that what you will. I'm still around in various capacities and different servers. I'm in Classic Tetris Wars. I'm in Wiley's new server. And please survive, I need to finish my oatmeal, says Arbaro. Well, there you go. Dan gives the thumbs up. He's confirmed that he has survived. In the name of Nick's oatmeal, Dan has survived. The only motivating factor in Dan's gameplay is Nick's oatmeal. Competitive, not Tetris. Exactly. I just like getting pretty good at things and then not doing that final push to being really good at them. You know? Like Tetris, I got to like... What was my peak rating? Like 23rd in the world or something? And then I got bored and stopped trying. Yeah, exactly. Chess, I'm like 1650 maybe rapid. Counter-Strike, I got global and base at level 10 and all that, and then just couldn't be arsed. Tried playing at a higher level, but just not my kind of thing, I don't think. But I was a lot younger then. Maybe I'd be better at it now. I'm a lot better under pressure and stuff now. But I'm also a lot worse at Counter-Strike, so... Swings and roundabouts. Dan, 520k hits the transition. 3s, 2s, about to hit transition, 405. 427 now, and with that burn, 428. So 100k lead for Dan currently. And I did say I was going to be surprised if 3s made its transition, and he did. Makes it fun when things do go right. Yeah, fair. I just... Oh, 3s. Oh, good job tapping that to the left. I was going to say something, but 3s is in a situation that's worth commentating. I know, 3s doing something worth commentating. Rare. But nonetheless, that brief moment of elation has subsided. 439 is the top out score. And Dan is good for the game. We'll take a 2-0 lead, which is not very surprising, given the matchup. I'm just one of those terrible people who just likes to win more than likes challenge. So I just like to queue Counter-Strike with my horrible, terrible friends that are awful at the game, and just drop 35 kills in a half, and be like, ha 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 ha, this is fun. Alright, both players are ready. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You're surprised that you're playing Ian? What the hell? I organized that with you personally. Ian would be so offended right now. If he could read. Hey, I can read sometimes. Ian can read the next box in NES Tetris. Oh, 3s, those are both players. A little bit awkward stacks. 3s is less easily resolvable. But Dan's could have gone badly. It didn't. Convenient. Oh no, I'm not destroying them. I queue with them, and that brings the average rank of the match extremely low. It means that I destroy randoms. Threes, I think that's going to be it, my friend. 17k. You made it to transition once. So you're lying. That's not 3 early top outs. Don't kid yourself that hitting transition is an early top out. You're not a roller. You made it to transition once. 3s is ruining breakfast. The worst way to start your morning. A 3s 2s sweep. Here, I'll, to delay for your match, Nick, what I'll do is I'll run a 1-minute ad break. Just for you. But first, let's go back to intermission. Checkmate, exactly. Dan knows what's up. Oh, I just realized I muted my mic. Yeah. Game Genie time. Ian the Keith, exactly. Ian the Keith, who isn't live yet. Crazy. Absolutely redonkulous. Should I screw with the visuals as well? For the sake of the cursed match. You're on your alt? What the fuck is your alt? It's alright, I found it. I remembered it. Because I'm really smart. Nick, you don't have an alt yet, right? Ian, you get the sole vote. Do you think I should apply visual filters to the scene for the sake of the cursed match to make it a little bit more fun and spicy? Should you get one? No. Actually, I'm not invested in this anymore, so I'm not going to state anything. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, good. Make it as cursed as possible. No, we do still want to be able to tell that Tetris is happening. This is on classic Tetris after all. We don't want people to tune in and be like, this is the worst thing ever, immediately. They need to hear me talk at least first. What's a cursed match? It means that they're playing with Game Genie codes, and I mean, that's really it. It's just that I'm actively trying to impose ways to make the game ridiculous for the players. That's the real crux of it. And often the viewers. In this case, yes, the viewers are also affected. Alright, I will switch the scene in a moment. I'm just adjusting everything. Adjusting cams. There we go. Whoa, look at them. Nick is from the video to Blue by Eiffel 65. You haven't warmed up. Don't worry. You'll not feel the cold in a match like this, I don't think. Let's start with a good old Snoop combo. Everyone loves Snoop. Snoop doggy, doggy dog. That's the only line I know from any Snoop Dogg song. Snoop my goat, exactly. Snoopy comes from a really bad part of town. So sad. Alright guys, let's agree on a hue shift. Where should we end the hue shift? Ooh, that one's violent. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Pure green. Maximize the green. So I have interest. Where does that mean that Nick is just... If I just reset to defaults quickly. Yeah, Nick has a very, very monotone, like visually, style going on. If you adjust if you up the saturation, Nick is about one hue. There is one hue involved, and it's all red. Let's go with that aggressive magenta. I like that one. Should I wear a more colourful shirt? No, it's okay. I like the purple on yellow chair. That's a good combo. Alright. Hopefully the players have the codes in. Hello, Doogie. Alright, we've got thumbs up from Ian, which I imagine means ready? I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. This is really bright in my eyes, and my monitor has pretty poor contrast because it's like designed for really high FPS, you know, 240 hertz. Though nowadays that's not that high FPS. People have got 500 hertz monitors now. Anyway, I'm gonna assume that the players are ready. Yeah. Just pick level 4. Yeah, pick level 4. Let's go. Nick immediately starting with an H. He's got an H on the board. He's put it in H. Oh, and a hyphen. There's the... Oh, he's stopped out with 43 points. Nick, you're going to need to be careful. Okay, the long bar falls through it. He's got 44 points. He takes game 1, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not sure. Riveting chase down. Never seen before gameplay. Alright, we need to adjust the hue. Whoop. There we go. What a way to start. Let's go with this combo. This is a good combo for game 2? Question mark. This one's probably better if I do tell you what it does, because otherwise it's just not going to be very interesting. If you take a single, then you will die. You just immediately lose if you take a single, unless you're on a level that is a multiple of 5 minus 1. So if you're on levels 4, 9, 14, 9, it's based on the tens digit of the score. That's basically the reason why that works that way, I'm pretty sure. So if you're tens, oh, so don't push down either. If you push down, you'll also probably die. So don't do that. It has been 3 years since I made the code, so I can't guarantee that pushing down will kill you, but it probably will kill you. What level to start on? Preferably one where you don't have to push down. You know, go for like a 15. 15 sounds good. Sounds like a level 5 start to me. No, let's not do level 5. 15. We've got one agreement to 15. 12. 12 is also on the table. We could go for 12. We could go for 10, just to be a little bit more cursed. Just to lower the scoring potential. So is 10, though, Equi. So is 10. You're not picky? Let's go with 10, just for the fun of it. Because who the hell ever does a 10 star? No one. 9.5. Don't think we have that one in the game yet. I'll get on Kerjava about it, though, Doogie. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Yep. High score wins in kick chat. Says kick. Hashtag or exclamation mark follow age. Much love. I can't scroll up in the restream EO chat. Well. 2-frame run ahead is kind of good on Meson 2. Crazy. What's this? It's ridiculous Tetris. Which is why I've adjusted the hue of the scene. If either of the players takes any singles, they will top out. So really, whenever you get an opportunity to burn something that isn't a single, you should probably take it. Ian taking that to heart, taking a triple, while Nick, in a spot of bother here. Gonna take a double there, so he's okay. But needs to set up a double here to be able to... Okay, that's a reasonable double setup. But things getting a little bit spicy. That's a single. Nah, Nick's done it. 14k is the top out score. He didn't play that very well. That wasn't optimized. We're going with that now. You had to focus. It's really hard, isn't it? It's really hard to not take singles. They're just so intuitive. Which one do I want to go with now? Let's go with a classic of Kippy. It's called burning because the habit is burned into your head. Exactly. And because the colors indicate that you are probably on fire right now. Beautiful, beautiful, bright red everything except your chair. There's hints of pink though. So there's what? Is it sodium or something that gives a pink flame? Barium maybe? Can't remember. I'm not a chemist. I think lithium is green. Anyway, level 7. That works for me. This is going to be horrible to look at, by the way. This stream is not going to be tolerable for this code. Ready, 7. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. The players are just... The anticipation is killing them. They don't know what's going to happen. There we go. Ian got the jump scare. Nick, you are allowed to take singles in this code, just so you know. That isn't going to kill you. Oh, there we go. There's the jump scare. Every time you scoreline, it absolutely just throws you off and screws the colors up. It's not a good viewer experience at all. It's not too bad on these low levels. When you get to higher levels, it's quite hard to play when your entire screen gets yoinked out of your vision every time you clear a line. I also went with the simpler code. Oh, if you do that, then it's just horrible. It just nothing makes any sense. It's unfollowable. What was the... I made a sequel code to Kippy that was more aggressive, but I can't remember which one. Oh, Psyops. Yes. Of course, the Psyops. Who would have guessed? Psyops is a worst version. It's just, there's a 0 in the middle of Nick's next box. Well, behind his next box, actually. And I don't know what that is behind Ian's next box. 2 brackets, maybe? CRT emulator is definitely best for this one. Having crisp, clean, like having the haze of a CRT makes this kind of thing really painful. This one's not too bad, but there's a lot of similar codes that are far worse, like Psyops or Olivia. You don't want to play those on a bad CRT. It just hurts. So I think that's 100k for Ian versus 37k for Nick. It's good that we're on level 7 for this one and it's reasonably playable because that will keep us on schedule. Of course, on the other hand, it is a mostly regular, like it's mostly playable like normal Tetris. Which means that it is probably just going to be a win for Ian, but who cares? You know? 0 out of 10, no Gazook. We can add Gazook to the next code. I have no idea how Gazook interacts with other codes, because, as Fractal said, he has no idea what the hell it does. So, for that reason, I have no idea what the hell it does in relation to other codes as well. I think Nick's getting a little bit droughted here. He's really looking for a long bar. Getting this high up when you get flashbanged every time you score a line isn't ideal, though. It's unsettling when you're at the top of the stack and you're like, every time I score a line, I lose all vision of the board for like a brief moment. I have no idea how the game survives it. Exactly. Does the jolt on this code get more aggressive the more lines you clear? Because it feels like it kind of does. It feels like the further you get, the more the game hates you. So 155 versus 82k. Ian far ahead as he has pushed down a lot more. Nick, gonna score a Tetris. Gonna go up to 92k. It's weird that they're scoring Tetris for 10k. I'm not used to that. I'm used to the 22k. I love that I have a banner on the bottom of my Twitch that's been there for months that's like, you need to update your tax information. Like, okay, that's cool. I don't want to. What if I just didn't update my tax information? The answer, of course, is that I lose affiliate, basically. But still. Yeah, who would have guessed that combining 2 codes that screw the visuals is not good for your eyes? Less than doing the tests that we don't want to. Oh, those colors are weird for Ian now. Look at that, is kind of gross. Also, the black pieces are really hard to see. Just occasionally some of your Minos go near invisible. That's what you love. Adding Kazook to that. Good plan. It'll either crash your game or just screw your score. There's no in between with Kazook. Because half the time you add it to a code and it's like it just works perfectly, and the other half the time it just crashes, and I have no understanding as to why. Ian scoring a Tetris up to possibly 250k. 244. Well, Arbaro, he's got much nicer colours here. You know, red and white, much easier than the purple and grey that Ian is being subjected to currently. Oh, those are really weird, the ones on the left side. Because of the video filters I have on the scene, the black pieces have green instead of white, and it just makes everything look really strange. And it already looks really strange. I think that's 279 for Ian versus 170 for Arbaro. Or with this amount of R's, Arbaro. These are kind of okay colours though. Oh, Arbaro's done. 171k. Ugh. Look at the top outlines. That is malicious. New who shift. There we go. That one's like almost normal. Almost. Very close to normal. Other than the saturation throwing everything off. You popped out on level 10. Good work. Ian's keeping it going. Okay, he's paused. It hurts to look at, I can imagine. Let's go with Kaino. Kaino. I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that, but that's our new code for game 4 of this epic match. I'm grabbing a drink. Hello. This one, I think 15's a reasonable start for this level, I would say. That kind of speed. Maybe Ian does have laser eyes. There we go. That's the term for him with laser eyes. He's Leon now. Laser eyes Ian. 14. Perfect. 14 sounds good to me. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I didn't wait for it ready from Ian. He didn't deserve it. He's winning, so he gets the disadvantage of playing when unready. Wait, the code doesn't seem to be working. Or does it? No, it is. I know what the different... I know what... It takes a moment to... There you go. It's working. Arbaro has experienced it. I forgot that it takes rotation into account. Now, there are issues with these kinds of pieces. The screwed up pieces, specifically eyepieces, in that they don't clear lines very well. So you can sometimes end up with permanent garbage on your stack that is unclearable. But don't worry, you don't need permanent garbage when your stack's this bad already. In the case of Arbaro. Ian's managing it quite well. We're going to do a game 5 as well, regardless of the outcome of this game. It just seems appropriate. Also, it's better for scheduling. Let's go Sharky! Let's go Sharky! Let's go Sharky! Thank you to Cappuccino. Arbara's learned the secret strat, which is just flat all your eyepieces if possible. Sadly, didn't work for him there, as now he has a very peculiar longbar depend. Like, that is an actual longbar dependency. Yeah, no, there's the permanent garbage they experience. The top of the eye doesn't clear lines properly. It does, for some reason, disappear like that. Sometimes. It's very inconsistent. You can't score Tetris's, though. Fundamentally, you can't score Tetris's. I don't know how... When you screw with the piece shapes, things just don't work. I don't know why they don't work, like... And I don't know how they don't work, but they don't work. I did a diagonal eyepiece, and at one point I managed to tuck it diagonally through a 0 space gap. I don't know how that works. I've never managed to recreate it. You do the exact same thing and then it doesn't work, so the game just doesn't understand at all what's going on with some of these pieces when you manipulate the game in such a way. So it's triple. It is. These things are really useful for secret grading, though. You know, you can set up a real easy secret grade with these holes. Downside, of course, is that the players aren't intentionally trying to secret grade right now, I don't think. Nick's in some trouble here. This ain't going his way. He's pretty high up on the stack. Does have the score lead currently, though. But it's unlikely that he will retain it once he tops out at 46k, and Ian just needs a single line, and he will clear it. 47k will take the lead. And that means Game 4 is completed. But we've got a Game 5 to play, because I have decided arbitrarily so. And... Hue shift. Let's go with... that one. Because that one's kind of horrible. Right. We need one final combo. Let's combine some things. There we go, let's combine those together for a wonderful experience. Some people may remember what all three of those codes are. Just not many, but both these players I know for a fact have experienced all three of these codes previously in the early days of Cursed Tetris League. You remember Gazook? Good, good. No more squares, exactly. But this time with very high scoring potential and bonus pushdown points. And an incredible amount of pushdown points. Selection of level, you guys can figure that one out. Whoa, the copyright screen looks really cool for Arbaro. Look at that. It's like marbled. Level 6, that sounds wonderful to look at. I can't wait. For this kind of decider, but not really. It doesn't decide anything, it's just Game 5. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You're playing along, this is going to be awesome. Oh, let's go. I just love the marbling that you get on the grey pieces with these color filters on. It's so interesting to see, you know? Both players starting out with a pretty convenient opener. There we go. Arbs is the first person to experience the bowl. And due to, I assume, just scoring a Tetris, he does have a 110,000 point lead at 4 lines. Which is remarkable stuff. I still don't know how Gazook scoring works. And if he can reopen this well, he can come back that 100k. But the bowl pieces say, no thank you, actually. I would like to not do that. Luckily, when you place down a bowl, you immediately have a spot for another bowl. Unluckily, it's a really terrible space for anything else. Gonna see a spin there from Ian. But we're also going to see a bowl, which does not fare him well. Ooh, Arbaro with an interesting bowl placement into a Vitz. Another bowl on top of the bowl. They made a new piece, they did. The bowl piece. $60k versus 130k. Ian not in a good spot here. Gonna score a single there, but if a bowl comes, he's probably done for. But if a bowl doesn't come, stands a chance. It's a good double. That bowl, not the worst one of the game. All things considered. Arbara getting into a sketchy situation, but this is still, if he's incredibly lucky, resolvable for Ian. And he's getting the right pieces. He has a bowl hole ready, raring to go. But Arbaro keeping it going as well. Both players surviving surprisingly well. Nice adjustment for Ian as well. This is some high-level bowl-tress. 107k versus 170k though. Ian is still in a lot of pressure to just survive. And as we know, the only option you have in that is getting incredibly lucky. This game mode is entirely reliant on you not getting bowl pieces. And speak of the devil, there's a bowl piece. I liked seeing Arbara there. He laughed and then his face went deadly serious as he got a bowl piece. It's like, it's a matter of life and death right here. Bowls are... It's a new form of torture that they use in Guantanamo Bay. Bowl pieces. That would be perfect for a bowl spin if that existed. Imagine a bowl spire. That's the optimal way that you would stack if you got the RNG for it. A bowl spire is the easiest way to stack them. Arbara at 200k. Ian gonna score another double up to 170, just shy of. So, this is a possible chase down. It's, once again, all down to luck. There's very little skill involved here, but there is adjustment. There's reaction times to adjust for the next pieces. And that long bar is perfect for Ian. That's going to keep him in this for yet another moment. That bowl is terrible, and that bowl is even worse. Can he get us line clear? He cannot. 180k is going to be the top outscore in Arbaro. 222. That early Tetris is gonna be what wins him the game. That 120k lead at 4 lines really had a noticeable effect. Who would have guessed? You got 10 bowls in the first 15 lines. You see, what we call that in Boltress circles is a top out. And Nick has done 235, an impressive Boltress score. Admittedly, they were using Gazook. So that does inflate the scores by about 6-fold, I think. But still. Oh, of course. It's amazing how as soon as you hit like 75% up the stack, your ability to survive, your ability to stack like semi-cleanly goes up like 95%. You know, it's amazing. I want to bring back Boltris now. I want to just host Bowl Tetris League or whatever, Cursed Tetris League again. It's a shame no one actually fucking played in it, but still, that was fun. We all had a jolly old time. Actually, it's Akatu versus Yanni next, so quite frankly, we have time for another code if people want. Because I don't imagine Yanni's going to be here early. Let's try Vuev and Velasa. I don't know what Vuev and Velasa does, but Ian clearly does. Let's remove the video filters for this game, so we can see them in all their glory. As a tribute, I smoked a bowl. That's fair enough, Teo. Ooh, 18 lines on 19 with bowls. That's pretty impressive. We need a lower level for this. All right, level 2. Okay, level 2 it is. That'll keep us at a reasonable pace. Not that low. Okay, we'll increase it. Level 3. Perfect. Level 3 it is. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Is this the one where your board scrolls or something? We'll see what happens, I suppose. Yet to find out what this does. This one's a surprise for me. I'm expecting to get jump scared. Or like, every time someone scores a Tetris. Oh, it's the rotation one. I see, yes. Very good. I understand now. The players are playing surprisingly well given the circumstances. Ian gets the correct rotation after a brief decade. What's the code doing? So what it does is it, from what I know, runs every time that you press, or every frame that you're holding down the rotation button, it issues a new rotation command. So unless you can perfectly press rotate for one frame every time, it's very hard to rotate pieces properly. So you generally have to buffer them against the wall. I didn't know what the code was called, but I have played this. I think I've got maybe 100k on it, maybe 200, somewhere in that range. It's not very high, and I think it was probably from a level 9 or a level 12 start. It has been a while. I remember playing it, and I remember getting a score that I was like, that's all right. Yeah, the optimal strat is that you find a wall to buffer your rotations on, and you do that. Obviously, it only works for certain rotations, because certain rotations you can't buffer against a wall. Such as flat rotations on L and J pieces. Actually, on LJT or eyepieces. All the other rotations I think you can buffer. Could be wrong. Has anyone done a T-spin in this mode? I'm sure you could do probably a dozen with the same T-piece. Especially on level 3. Oh, that is a beautiful piece right there. Look at that T-spin for me, and the cross piece, the X piece, the everything app. Currently 35k versus 21k. What is happening on the left side? Very aggressive rotation. Dominoes, exactly. The same thing's happening on the right side. The difference is that Nick's capture is a little bit kinder, I guess you could say. Has less artifacting than Ian's does. I think it's just... Actually, yeah, no, our bars is just 30 hertz. That's the reason. Our bars capture is just at 30 FPS. That explains a lot. Ian, gonna cross into level 5 here. Truly a miraculous thing to see. You've tried this before. Hell yeah. This level 3 start is good because it means that we'll probably be on time for Katu versus Yanni. Yeah, it's not very easy, is it? That's a good question. Does it do the rotation sound every time? I can't remember. I assume it does. Our bar not in a great spot here, quite high up, and the higher up you get, the less time you have to buffer your rotations, so... Yes, it does. There you go. I might have had 15 hertz turbo. Right. Yeah, fair. Yeah, it's the best Finnish player versus the oldest Finnish player. I don't even know if that's true. I don't know how old Aki is. But yeah, the legend versus the future or something. That's what King wanted me to call it. So there you go. Yeah, it is 60 hertz, yeah. 60 hertz rotation. You just have to hope for the best. Sometimes you just don't get the piece going where you want it to go. Privyet unskill. Turv. I'm fluent in Finnish. There you go. I have successfully reenacted every Finnish person. Listen. English doesn't have rolled R's. I'm trying my best out here. I can only roll R's at the back of my throat. I just don't have the ability to do it at the front. Ian got a bit. Also, I do have liquid still in my throat. I don't know why. I have a very phlegmy throat. It's very fun. Big fan. Does make rolling R's quite hard. There you go. I can kind of roll it if I prepare myself. But it's very difficult to do in the moment. There we go. Ian is going to top out at 94k. Arbaro. Big chase down to go, and a difficult time to do it. Let's try again. There we go. It absolutely makes the sound every frame. Perfect. Was that better, Akatu? Did I improve on my first attempt? Damn it. Don't really understand how to roll an R other than like that, you know? It just doesn't seem like a mouth should do that. You know? It's like a Swedish person trying to say the letter J. It just isn't possible. They just don't have the physiology for it. What was your top out score again, Ian? 94k, right? I rolled my R there, Hepta. Hello, GeoWolf. It's problematic for Russian as well, because Russian has plenty of rolled R in it as well. Yeah, exactly. So they can't say the letter J, essentially. They can say it in Swedish, they just can't say the English version. It's just not a noise that they do. And now, obviously, this is a joke. They, in theory, can. But they just tend not to. This doesn't look great for Arbaro. He's heading into level 9, very high up here. Gonna miss drop, 66k. And Ian will win 4-2, I guess. I'm just always reminded of the Pure Joy clip from Counter-Strike. Pure Joy. Now let's get ready for this super amazing epic match between Akatu and Yanni. I'm glad that you were a part of this, Ian and Nick. Akatu and Yanu, exactly. What account are you live on, Akatu? Yeah, I'm aware of how you pronounce the J and... Oh yeah, a call to. And then let's check. Yeah, nope. Go. Yeah, I misspelled it. There we go. Janutska. Not live, but hey, it exists. Conceptually. Start. I hate this new Twitch layout, just because I'm not used to it, but still, I hate it. Now we just wait for Yanni to be live, which, I don't really know if there's any way for me to contact him or anything, so we're just sort of hoping. We're just awaiting. He has been messaged. Okay, that's good. Is it Pal? It is Pal. He is aware it would be now. Good. Or he was aware. Okay, that's less helpful. Let's run a ad break for the moment then, because nothing better to do. So we just wait. We wait for Yanni. How can I be friends with a Pal hater? This is actually what the next Finnish-Russian war is going to be over. It's not going to be over borders, it's going to be over PAL versus NTSC. I've reunited them, they both lamowed at the same thing. I am the great unifier. We're here for Yanni. Yeah, well, Yanni ain't here for us at the moment, so let's see how long it takes. Maybe he'll show up in a week. True. He'll be home in 2 minutes, but then needs 5 to 10 minutes to set up. God damn it. That's fine, whatever. I can live with that. Well, we'll just go over to this scene while we wait, I guess. Oh, the cat who's turned off his cam. Doesn't help, I was going to watch a Katu play PAL. The whole world was going to watch a Katu play PAL. All 41 viewers. That's a positive with scheduling with Yanni. That's good to know. You'll come back. Yay! I get to watch a Katu get 1 trillion lines. Did you move your webcam? Why'd you do that? Exactly, threes. You understand. Oh, I see. Your phone or whatever, then, I assume. It's functioning as a webcam, ain't it? Get a Tetris, Akatu. I bet you can't. Ha 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 ha. Just Robert is raiding with a party of 3. That's a good point. I don't have a scene ready for a best of 7. Didn't think about that. We're gonna do best of 7, but I'll just need to fix that. Could I just... Alright, I'm gonna open Blender right now and render one quickly. Hello, Tomello Soul Man. Right. Right, now I have to find out where the hell I save this. These, I guess it's probably in my Twitch folder. Where the hell is my Twitch folder? Pictures. Twitch. Yannying. Where the hell did I store any of this? I need to find it now. Studio mode. Oh, it's in its own unique folder. Of course, why wouldn't I do that? Perfect. Almost. Right, now to refresh Yanni to see if he's back yet. Or whatever. Well, back yet if it... Well, yeah, I guess. No, not live yet. That's okay. I'm sure I'll get an update when he does arrive. There we go. Akatu, do a backflip. What finals? Do you mean the last 2 matches of the show? Because there was 6 matches total, or before Euro finale. I guess, like, let's do a quick calculation. Roughly, like 400 in terms of matches total on Euro Friendlies. Probably like 400 to 500 in terms of this episode and the final episode. 4. I'll just await another update on Yanni. Okay, let's just watch. Okay, good. Yeah, Yanni doesn't stream all that often. Though I think I saw him streaming between then and now. One more. Sorry, my wife was asking what I wanted for dinner, and the answer was, I'm not hungry, so... The cat has left the room. Is that a frisbee? Looks like a frisbee. Holy shit, Yanni's live! Now, is he on stencil? Almost certainly not, but that's okay. We can solve that. Now, we won't have same piece set, obviously, because Yanni's on OG cart. You don't need gym cart. If you want to play same piece set, then you can. But if you don't want to, then original cart's fine. I don't mind. Absolutely up to you. Considering the final match of the evening will be a March versus Geowolf, we can afford to take another minute or whatever, so it's fine. A good old level 0 start best of 1. That's what that's my plan. Really just drag out that final game as long as possible, basically. What's age of Yanj? Yanni? I'm sure he can answer that for you, but my assumption is mid-40s. Why best of 1? Because if we did a best of 5 of 0 start, a best of 3 0 starts, do you want us to be here all night? The answer to that is yes, of course, you're Mars. But I have other interests. Never let Euro Friendlies end, oh god. Level -1 start, the pieces don't fall. 0 start marathon mode. I kind of like the idea, but I also really don't. No pushdowns. Yep. You'd get the slow run world record, that's for sure. I'm not sure if Yanni's off to get, like, the gym car, or he's just eating, or what. Akatsu's ready whenever. Is that rollover NTSC or PAL? Oh, okay. Damn it, Akashu's better than me now. A year and a half ago, I dumpstered you in futures, and now you're better than me. This is illegal. Crazy that was a year and a half ago, though. That crazy double 900k qual to make futures from July 2023, I want to say. And then I 1.2'd on you. That was a fun match. I enjoyed that. I didn't enjoy it as much as 1.2ing on other people who prospectively could but didn't get them, though. That's more enjoyable. 1.2ing on a 900k player feels bad. One day, Yanni may return. One day. One day. But who knows? Maybe he's just wandered off to the other end of the earth. Oh yeah, the winner is the true ultimate Finn. That's the that's what we're playing for today. You get double Finnish citizenship if you win. What's his format? Best of 7. Best of 7, 18 starts. And we go. So as long as you're good with that, we can start. He's doing a warm-up game, which in fairness who knows how long it's been since he played Tetris. The world may never know. Hey, a Tetris. Alright, well, Yanni said ready earlier and said what is format, so I guess we're ready to go, essentially. So let's get it underway in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So, what's the opener going to be for both players? There was an I in the opener for both players, at least. Katu taking making a longboard dependency, but filling it in. Going to score a Tetris, go up to 23k. Yanni at, well, 0 points currently. Let me just quickly stencil check Yanni. Yeah, definitely needs a little bit of stencil work. Not too much, actually, though. It's correct horizontally. Oddly. There we go. Perfect. So, Yanni, a little bit of danger already here with a couple holes halfway up the stack, but going to score a Tetris. That brings things down to a reasonable height. Everything under control. Akatu, 80,000 points. But is ahead in line, so not necessarily ahead in pace, though maybe a little bit. Akatu is, of course, tapping to make it more reasonable, because otherwise he'd be getting like 400 lines on 19 every game, which is... There aren't any DAS players that can do that. Even Murkut and Adam MTS would be like, I can't do that every game. And of course 400 lines every game is kind of hyperbole, but you have like 900 lines PB, so you get a fair few if you were rolling. Yanni at 153. Akatu at 200k. I'm going to score Tetris up to 224. Yanni Tetris ready, gonna slam it down. So long bars have been not too harsh on either player so far. I should have played the Finnish national anthem. That would have been appropriate for this match, but I haven't done that. Ah well. So be it. Katu misdrop there on the left side has led to a pretty funky stack. Gonna take a nice flat burn, but... Well, there we go. I was gonna say, needs a long bar, gets a long bar pretty much immediately. So all is good there, but still needs something to reopen this hole. That is the perfect piece. Not gonna go for a dirty Tetris. So, Katu at 262 is behind Yanni at 272. And is ahead in lines, very slightly. 3 lines ahead and a Tetris and a half behind, so we'll need to play efficiently here. Or maybe go for something on kill screen, though. Quite frankly, I think Yanni might actually have the stronger kill screen versus Akatu's tap. Just out of consistency of movement. But Yanni getting some awkward Z pieces there, gonna have to create a pretty nasty spire in the middle of the stack. Nice square pieces will allow him to burn this down. But things getting high up and reasonably dangerous. Especially when you... Oh, that misdrop from Yanni. That is not a good place to be. Technically resolvable, but needs the perfect pieces for it. Those are not going to be the perfect pieces. 308k is going to be the top outscore. Katu has played efficiently for the duration of that dig. 385, already good for game 1. Akatu is now officially 25% more finish. 125% finish. Though that can't be true. He has an emotion. It can't be more than 100% finish. And he says bad game. Alright. If you're ready, we can go. Akatu is ready at minimum. You're 47, boy. You speak English way too well to be 100% finish. Fair enough, fair enough. Yanni, are you ready? Great. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What's 3, 2, 1 in finish? I don't know why I'm asking that now that both the Finnish players are playing. But... oh, Yanni's cam's frozen. Whatever. Not the end of the world. Yanni have glitches like in FNAF. Oh god, Five Nights at Yanni's. Truly. Terrifying horror game. Thank you, Tyler. I totally believe that you didn't Google Translate that. Yanni up to 48k, Akatu with that just up to 72k. Yes, that is correct, Jedi Evan. You know every language, actually. What, 100% of every language? Okay, how do you say my hovercraft is full of eels in Bavarian? Oh, Yanni, that is an awkward square hang. Nice tuck under, though, for the line clear. And gonna need a long bar to resolve this. Well, maybe. Probably. Could take a few rooftop skims. You're only 95% fluent in English. Fair enough. Yanni, digging this pretty nicely. Chef Boyer Gibbs raiding with a party of 2. Hello there. We've got the Finnish legend, Yanni, versus the best Finnish player, Akatu. But Akatu playing with tap, so it's a pretty fair matchup, pretty even. Because roll's kind of busted. Ah, I see. Thank you, Tyler. Let me rephrase then. In the language of Maltese, how would you describe yourself? Oh, Yanni, that is dangerous. But it's... Can you get anything to the left there? I don't know what's possible with Paldas. Evidently not, because he didn't go for it. Yanni's so focused he doesn't even move. That's very true. Akatu at 250k is good for game 2. No. Oh, yes. Unskilled doesn't even know what he's rooting for. Completely oblivious. Thank you, Tyler. I went nice on you and chose one that is on Google Translate. Yanni's ready. So game 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. 3, 2, 1, finish Tetris. Let me just open Google Translate quickly to see. Translate. Just find a language that isn't on it to ask our friend Tyler about. Damn it, they've added Breton to... Who's Google translating things from Breton? Alright. 70k for Yanni versus 93k for Akatu. Akamaru, says Unskill. What a name. Yanni going for center well this game. Or at least for a brief moment of this game. Gonna transition it back over to the right. Does have the pace lead currently. Akatu in a bit of danger here. Needs to get something to the left side. Waiting for a T-piece, gonna get the T-piece. Resolves nicely with those pieces and those placements of them. Gonna take a safe triple. Yanni also taking a safety triple. Tyler, are you still there? I've got more language questions for you. 172 for Yanni. Gonna score a double there. So, one Tetris lead over Akatu. No, you're not. That's unfortunate. Could you repeat that sentence, but in the language of Cornish, please? That would be appreciated. So, Yanni scoring a Tetris, going up to 243. Was pretty high up, but the long bar came in due time, and all is good. Well, he actually wasn't that high up. He was about halfway up the stack. Which, for someone like me who's terrible at Pal Das, quite high up. For Yanni, not too bad, actually. Pretty manageable. No, it doesn't have... Unfortunate bar timing there. Had to cover the well just as the bar came. Yanni's... trying to reopen the well, going to do so, going to score a Tetris, go up to 295. There we go, Tyler found a Cornish translator on Google. Thank you, Tyler. You truly do know every language. I'm sure I could have found some, like, Australian Aboriginal language that you couldn't find a translator for, but, you know, I went easy on you and went with one from Europe. It sure is. Akatu did have a hang on the left side a brief moment ago, but burned it out, got it clean. Is 80k behind Yanni, though. His pacing game not as on point. But his safety game is. Survivability versus efficiency here. Yanni may go for a dirty Tetris here, but doesn't look like it. Gonna take some split doubles? No, just some regular doubles. They're not split. 380k for Yanni, 342 for Akatu, so it's closed a little bit, the gap, but still, Akatu is ahead in lines, so. But Yanni in a pretty awkward spot of this dig, needs a long bar, but gets one. Do a triple flip there on the left side, but gets the piece to the right place. Ooh, Yanni in trouble now. These pieces are not good. 383. Ooh, he did a double T-spin there? Very interesting. Anyway, 383 is going to be the top out score. 411 for Akatu already. Akatu just manages to bring it back at the last moment. Every time. The triple flip. That is something that Yanni is iconic for, in fairness. The triple flip is something that he just do. Better than anyone. It's a very niche skill to be good at, but still. It's a skill. Nakatsu's strategy of just playing a little bit safer, it's working so far. Even if he's behind in pace, he manages to survive long enough for the chase down. Is that your first tap 500k? I assume you just don't play tap very often then. Because based on your consistency so far, I feel like you'd get that pretty frequently. 75% finishness, exactly. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, that makes sense. Not on PAL. Yanni is ready. So, in 3, 2, 1, Tetris for what could be the final game. This could be a sweep to Akatu. Akatu could reach 100% bonus finishness. Get his double Finnish citizenship. Akatu up to 46k. Yanni yet scores first Tetris. Finally gets a long bar. There we go. And another one. So, perfect so far. Had to stack up pretty high for it, but scored 2 Tetrises. Yanni Tetris up to 70k. Akatu hangs a long bar on the left side by the looks of things at 94k. Gonna opt to take the Tetris and then fill in the left side with the follow-up long bar, getting pretty nice bar timings, all things considered. Very nice bar timing there. Akatu using his tapper cheats. While Yanni has to do things like, you know, wait for a long bar. Akatu getting a lot of long bars, actually. It's kind of crazy. Feels like it's definitely more than 1 in 7. But that's probably just me hyperfixating on it. Or like a burst. Which, to be fair, a long bar burst, kind of useless. Most of the time. Things evening out now, though. 232 for Akatu versus 192 for Yanni. Yanni gonna reopen the right side. Akatu up to 262. Yanni got a square hold. Unfortunately, fills in just before the square peg arrives. Gonna score a Tetris. I'm gonna even out that score. 262 versus 265 now for Yanni. Does take a very slight lead. Simul Tetris is there. Gonna keep Yanni 1,000 points ahead. Well, less than. Akatu gonna score Tetris there though. Will take the lead back. Akatu taking a Tetris to regain the lead. Well, technically had it, but only by a couple thousand points. Akatu maintaining a line and score lead of somewhere in the region of 1 to 2 Tetrises, though Yanni having to take some burns now, gets a sequence of awkward pieces, can't do much with them. Gonna let Akatu take a bit of a lead here. Could mean that Yanni has to do something on the kill screen. But Akatu also having to take some burns here, and he's reasonably high up. With the inconsistencies of tap, that could cause things to be a little bit challenging. Especially with that longbow dependency. Oh, he's going to hang some pieces all over the stack. 416 is going to be the top out score. Yanni going to score a Tetris, still needs one more. Needs to get to 417. Has plenty of time to do it, though. Yanni, Tetris ready. There's the long bar. 429, that is enough to win the game. And we're now not going to see a sweep. The sweep has been denied. It's 3-1 in favor of Akatu so far, but it's 4 to win. Yanni playing it out. He wants to make it to level 19 and see what he can do there. But that left side is not great for doing much on 19. But it's good enough. He's going to get something over. Nice burn down. Very, very cool. Very efficient as well. See, Akatu can't believe it. Akatu doesn't understand the power of DAS. You tappers these days. Oof, look at that. That was a beautiful sequence of burns. Keeping it going. Gonna set up a Tetris. Gonna get the Tetris. 543. Maybe eke out a couple more lines. That left side will need some wacky RNG to resolve, though. Not to say it's impossible. I've seen Adam do something like that, but... yeah, there's no resolving that one, though. 551, though. Some very solid kill screen with that Tetris. Can't rule out the old guard, you know? Yanni's ready. Cash is just typing something. He's just a bit over dramatic. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, exactly. And he was just throwing for content. He's also not starting yet. There we go. Started. Akatu scores a Tetris. Yanni places down the first couple pieces. Yanni sequence of awkward tucks there, but luckily gets a long bar before it has to resolve into a uncomfortably high right side. Well, Akatu having an awkward start here. Couple holes, alternating burn shelves. And they just keep alternating. These aren't resolving nicely. But is managing to work through it. Slowly. That T-piece was awkward. It does create more weight on top of that hole, but bringing it down. But it still gives opportunity for Yanni to score. No burns yet, in fact. 114 at 20 lines. You're welcome, Zenpro. Yeah, and having to take sunburns at 145 now. With that touches up to 167. Akatu at 150. And also ahead in line, so Yanni with a 2 to 3 Tetris pace lead right now. Sigma recognizes Sigma for real. Forgot that Sigma's a thing that people actually say. $200k versus 240 for Yanni, so there we go. Lines are actually tied now. 200k versus 265, so a 3 Tetris pace lead confirmed. At this point, with the stacks the players have, long bar timing is what will decide if that expands or shrinks. It has exited Gen Alpha post-ironically. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. When does Gen Alpha start? Because I'm on the older end of Zoomer. Oh, is it? Fair enough. Yanni's score lead has actually evaporated over the last few lines. Only 5k ahead and a few lines behind, admittedly. But he's lost pace, that's for sure. Only 1 Tetris ahead, maybe 2 in pace. Gonna go up to 359. Akatu at 318 has had to take a fair few burns recently. So Akatu will, if Yanni keeps playing steadily up until level 19, Akatu's in for a tall order on the kill screen, most likely. So at 432, got a long bar dependency, is ahead in score but also ahead in lines, and with these burns we'll most likely lose that score lead, though Yanni getting droughted here. And finally gets the bar with the well covered, so gonna take some lines to resolve. He did take the score lead for a brief moment, but it's taken back by Akatu scoring a Tetris. And kill screen approaching very soon. Akatu, 2 Tetris available. And no burns. Yanni, 4 Tetrises and 1 burn. Gonna take 2 burns though. Goes up to 469. Akatu at 504. Gonna go into the kill screen, 505. Gonna score a double. Yanni has a few burns available, so can afford to set up a good stack going into level 19. And has done so. Gonna get the perfect long bar timing as well. 518. Akatu at 536. So Yanni gonna need to pull something out here on the kill screen. Akatu getting pretty high up here. Gonna take a nice rooftop burn there. That long bar is perfect. Can he get something over to the right? He can. 546. He keeps going. Yanni's set up for a Tetris. He's gonna score the Tetris. Go up to 555. He retakes the score lead now. Akatu still ahead in lines though, so every line he scores is worth a slight bit more than what Yanni does, but Yanni's still alive. Very clean stack. Cleaner than Akatu, in fact. So Yanni maintaining this score lead. And Akatu hanging on the left side. That is most likely going to bring him out of this unless he can get a remarkable tap. It's not looking like it. 555 is going to be the top out score. Yanni's Tetris on level 20 is going to be what secures it. But he's still going. We could see. Maybe he would have won it anyway. See what level he gets to. Winner takes Finland. True. Unskill says, Akatu, just win. It's easier said than done, man. He's trying. Yeah, and he's just really good. Both players are ready. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. If Yanni wins this, we're in for a decider. We could see a reverse sweep here. But it's all up to Akatu. Can he deny? I mean, I say that, it's not really up to Akatu. It's up to Yanni. Can he self-deny? Tetris ultimately comes down when there's no line cap to just not topping out, so it's actually entirely out of control of any given player, whether or not they win, just whether they lose. Strange system. But it works. It sure does work. That was hype as hell finish last game. If every game was like that, I might continue hosting Euro Friendlies. Sadly, most games aren't. And it gets kind of boring when you get a shit game and it isn't Mars. Yanni, nice Tetris. We're going to have to take a split double, most likely. You're welcome, Zemper. Are you going to recreate all of my resources? You're going to steal my style. Oh, does it? Very interesting, Hapta. Thank you. It should now be completely invalidated from any runs. You're just interested. Fair enough. Your GFX skills very much lack. Well, you know. $110 for Yanni, so not having the pace this game. First game where he's not been taking a reasonably commanding lead. You used to make those stupid Blender intros from 2016. Man. You can do so much more with Blender. But they are still just kind of cool. You know? Like, they're dumb, but they're cool. They just look fancy. That's what matters. I don't know how to do those. I never tried to. But I want to know how to, just not enough to actually learn. 200k for Yanni, anyway. Getting back to the game. 324 for Akatu, so Akatu on a pretty solid efficiency this game. Very few burns. Right, I am not a modeler. I do not do 3D modeling good at all. Was that a triple flip for Yanni? Might have been. Yeah, Fusion 360. I just make simple things that don't need advanced modeling. That's what I do. I work with squares. Akatu 350k, Yanni 247, so Akatu maintaining about 120k pace lead. Well, Yanni scoring a Tetris there. Only 100k now. This is what Akatu needs to do, though, to take this game. Because every other game, it's been very close going into 19, and Yanni's proved that he is pretty damn good on level 19. You can keep bothering me, Zempro, it's fine. I mean, ideally you'd bother me in DMs or something if you actually are, like, interested in this stuff, because I can give you way better information than talking to you through Twitch chat. But if you want to know anything, I'm always happy to answer. Katu, 480k. Also, next match, to be fair, Zempro, there'll be a lot of downtime, as it will be Marts versus GeoWolf on level 0. 500k for a Katu now, looking at 600. What is Tetris? Nobody's truly sure, Friday Witch. Cool, fair enough. Do what you gotta do. 200k lead for a Katu now. It's really, this is gonna push Yanni to the limits of what is possible on 19 with Das. I am indeed GeoWolf. This is the Euro finale, after all. Yanni trying to set up some center wall stuff for level 19, but he's gonna probably end up transitioning with only 387? 386. Akatu with 600k. This is gonna require a monstrous performance from Yanni. It's possible, it's extremely unlikely. But I'm all here to see it. 600k for Akatu, continuing to take some nice flat burns. I'm committing Brexit, yeah. 400k is crossed for Yanni, but that left side isn't very good. And he's just not getting the pieces. That's going to be a single, but can't get the square over to left. 402 is going to be the top out score, I think. Yeah, nothing else can burn. 402 is the top out score. Katu topping out 618 will take the victory. A 4-2 victory over Yanni. But we saw some remarkable stuff from Yanni on level 19. Sadly, the consistency in the first few games gave Akatu the lead he needed. There we go. Game 5 was crazy. Someone should clip Game 5, the end of Game 5. That would be that's a cool moment. The main event, that's true. It's time for the main event. It's also cool to just commentate Yanni, you know? It's nice to, you know, get the, tick one of the old guard, you know, off of my list of people I've commentated. Oh yeah, I need to update this. Put it back to the best of 5. Actually, it's not even a best of 5, is it? Just a best of 1, probably. Because that just feels appropriate, you know? There's just... You gotta do what's right. And what's right is truly witnessing the worst Tetris for the ending of Euro Friendlies. You go from Yanni versus Akatu, an incredibly good PAL matchup, to this. That's what I like to see. There we go. It's March. It's GeoWolf. To the final match. Let's go. What would be a good seed? I think we should go with that as the seed. That would be an appropriate seed for this final game. 69420F. The F is, of course, to pay our respects to Euro Friendlies. Oh yeah, of course, I forgot. How did I forget? Martz's stencil is dog shit. Let me just go fix that. Reliable as ever. Exactly. I just thought it would be the most appropriate way for things to start, for things to finish. You know, I thought we get probably, quite frankly, the faces of Euro Friendlies of Martz versus GeoWolf in the worst game we possibly can play. It just seems appropriate. Go out with a whimper, not a bang. Of course. That's not true, Threes. There have been no good games in Euro Friendlies history except from the last one. Alright, both players are ready. The finale. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Alright, let's make sure Mart's stencil is appropriate. There we go. Got plenty time to adjust it. So let's see. Let's really pay attention to their placements. Oh, Martz has got some smarties. Okay, GeoWolf goes for the inverted 5 and below. While Mart's gonna go for the no tuck setup, which is interesting. I would personally go for the tuck with the next piece here, much like what GeoWolf is doing essentially, though I would go for the flat tuck with Martz's stack, but it's all gonna work out. This is good because we can just analyze every single move they make. This is excruciatingly interesting, honestly. We can really psychoanalyze these guys. Because God, Martz needs it. GeoWolf, will he go left or will he go flat? He's going to go flat. Well, Martz, he's going to go vertical on the left. Everyone in chat, you need to place your predictions with each piece, what you think they're going to do with it. We need to up this chat interaction. We need our predictions. Mist drop. That's a good call. That's a good call, Ian. They're going to put it on the board? Possibly. So let's see, how are these T pieces dropping? Let's see. They're both going in pretty reasonable places, I think most people would agree. GeoWolf has never felt this confident in a game of Tetris before. He knows that there's at least like 20 minutes before there's a chance he tops out. He's never felt that way before. Most games is like, he puts on a timer, and if he puts on a timer for about 25 seconds, and if that goes off, then he knows he's on a good game. How not Tetris fans see Tetris, exactly. Who will get the first Tetris? Place your bets, guys. Will it be GeoWolf? Will it be Martz? Martz is going to get Tetris ready first. GeoWolf's on a phone call here. This is important. This is important stuff. You think Martz their Tetris ready? It depends, though. It depends on when the long bar comes. GeoWolf could get an S piece into an I piece, and then it would be a pretty close tie. I think GeoWolf would have the slight edge. GeoWolf trying to blow the pieces further down the stack. So they can't push down. I mean, I didn't say that explicitly, but they've agreed not to. You missed 3 pieces. Damn right. This is an intense game. We haven't lost. We've increased viewership during this. You push down the first piece to match Martz on the stream, okay? You're gonna take a burn here. This is gonna be a photo finish for scoring the Tetris. Martz's piece is gonna lock in first. He's gonna get the Tetris just before GeoWolf here. Unless GeoWolf pushes down and cheats. But look at this. Look at how close this is. A Tetris with mere minutes between them. And Martz clears it, and then GeoWolf does. Did Martz turn off his next box? Yes, I think Martz is playing no next box. Neck and neck. It's neck and neck, that's right. Oh, but Martz doesn't have a place for this square piece. This is, you see, this is the gamble. GeoWolf delayed the Tetris by a few frames. But, on the other hand, he's saved 2 burns, potentially. This is the forethought and planning that you get from this kind of player. There we go. Martz has retaken the score lead. But GeoWolf will be Tetris ready first, by the looks of things. GeoWolf going to place the previous L piece to set up for the S piece, then put the S piece somewhere else, really to maximize the amount of bad that his stack is. Martz going for a nice tuck there, very interesting play. This is what no next box can bring you. This is the kind of innovative play that you don't get without no next box. Or with an Xbox, I guess would be the more appropriate way to phrase that. What did we say? It's a no pushdown speed run. That has always been a thought of mine. What would be like the perfect line count for a no pushdown speed run on level 0, where tree strats are, where you can't prove that tree strats are non-tree strats, is the optimal play style. You know what I mean? Like, if it was 1 line, obviously you wouldn't tree strat because that would just waste your time. You only need 3 pieces. But if you have like, if it's like 15 lines, obviously you tree strat, like that's obvious. But like how many lines? My thoughts are maybe 4 lines is where it's like questionable, and then when you hit 5 or 6 lines, then you definitely should be tree stratting, but I'm not sure. I want to hear other people's thoughts in chat. Geowolf does have 2 Tetrises right now, Mart's gonna be getting a long bar soon, I imagine. One day. One day. Geowolf likely going to have to burn here before he can get a Tetris, unless there's 2 bars in quick succession. This is something that March won't be able to see, though in theory he can just use Geowolf's next box as his next box because of how slow the game is going. But really, nail-biting stuff here. Mart's a little bit of an awkward left side, would need an S piece, and that's a Z piece, that's not what you're looking for. But a nice tuck to follow it up. Well, Geowolf going to take a skim to get Tetris ready here. No long bar on the way yet, though, for either player, unsurprisingly. Geowolf is going to transition to level 1. This is going to lead him into a pretty sizable speed lead over Martz here. We might even see Geowolf hit level 3 before Martz hits level 2. It's unlikely, but it's possible. We could see a big difference in the pace that these players are putting out in terms of line, not in terms of score, though that's also possible. Nothing is truly predictable between these players. Mart's going to score a Tetris here, though. So Mart's going to actually take the line lead, but Geowolf will have a more built-out stack in theory, but maybe he won't because Martz has had to build up pretty high. So this could give him a speed lead. Both players are Tetris ready for the next long bar as well. Did someone say 3 and 2? I did. With no pushdown, these small differences in stack height can make all the difference in how fast you get to the next level. Geowolf about to score a Tetris here. Boom, Tetris for Geowolf. Up to 4,920 points. Practically a PB. Martz's left side still not very good. Gonna opt to put T-piece left. It's amazing how Martz, even at this slow speed, can still make a really poor stack. But gonna get a long bar. It's gonna go all the way down that right column. This is probably the longest that Martz has ever gone without topping out. Geowolf putting his PB in chat. Oh, that's a good point. I should turn off the music for this match, shouldn't I? Ah, whatever. Who cares? No one's actually going to do a cold edit of this match. Someone can do a highlights if they want, though. What is this? This is the final match of Euro Friendlies. Geowolf versus Martz. Best of 1, no pushdown. Level 0 start. Nook's Granny. I don't remember which one that is. Is that the Animal Crossing music? Mart's gonna get Tetris ready with this T-piece. He is ahead in lines just because of his high stack and his terrible left side. Is Martz doing no next box? Currently, yes. I imagine when he hits like level 7 or so, he'll probably turn it back on, otherwise he'll just top out. But maybe he won't. That's for us to find out. Geowolf gonna set up a delayed burn here. The higher Martz plays, the further he gets in this piece sequence though, so this could all be a strategy. He's way higher in the stack than Geowolf is right now. The long bar, only a few weeks until it hits the bottom of the stack here, and we will see a Tetris from Martz when it does. And bang, there we go. 8,500 points. Martz has taken the score lead and the line lead by 1. While Geowolf, the left side, going to be filled in with this eye piece. Everyone buckle your seatbelts. This is gonna get fast. And by fast, I mean slow. And by fast, I also mean slow. Jewel has hit level 2. You have time to come back and you have time to go buy a burger with fries and come back after 30 minutes. Don't say that. The speed does increase pretty quickly when you hit these level 5 and up. The levels go a lot faster. I think you maybe 15 to 20 minutes is really what you're looking at. I wouldn't bet on 30 because these guys aren't making it to kill screen, most likely. If they do, color me surprised. But both of them are pretty bad at Tetris. So Mark's going to score Tetris, going to cross into level 2 with it. Exactly. They cut a full minute and a half, maybe, off of the next level transition. Mark's going to score Tetris here. His high stacking has really paid off. He is ahead in the piece sequence now, I believe. Definitely ahead in lanes, nonetheless. Kill screen after playing level 0. Not sure. Yeah. We'll see. Slower than expected. Geowolf in an awkward spot here. He's going to go for Burns. That's going to be his strat here. It's double. Not going to put that S-piece on the left. I reckon he should. That would, with the long bar coming up, like, you have time to think, Geowolf. I know that you're not very good at it, but you can spend some of your time thinking. Marks, on the other hand, no next box, so not really any time to think, because there's nothing to think about. This is what CTWC looked like in 2004. True, true. That's what someone who wasn't at CTWC 2004 would say, Weston. But those who know, know. Exactly. The Illuminati doesn't want you to know about these things, Weston. You'll understand when you're older. March was actually developed in a vat to be the optimal player to win CTWC 2004. Sadly, he was not given any skills to actually develop, so his skill level is still at that level and has not changed since then. March is getting up, he's leaving. Oh no, he's back. Just needs to adjust the piece. There we go. Geowolf in a pretty awkward situation here. Which is remarkable, because he's had decades to think about these placements at this point. But he's gonna score a dirty Tetris here. This is what we all wanted to see. That's okay, Dark Fury. That's what we're all looking for. Everyone here is just really, really here for savoring every moment of Tetris. You were dropping out of college in 2004? I was dropping into nursery, I think. I was, what, 3? You ate college in 2004, damn. Geowolf this time has a stack much like Martz had earlier in the game, with the low left side, the high right side, and then the empty column 0. Which you do want your column 0 or 10 to be empty, in fairness. You just kind of want your left side to be higher than your right. You know, these are things that come with time, and trust me, the players have a lot of it. But on the other hand, they've also used a lot of it and not spent any of it getting good at Tetris. Mark's nice flat T-piece there. Very clean. Geowolf with this Tetris will retake the line's lead. He won't take the score lead, and March will have the higher up stack, so he's likely still behind in the piece sequence. We'll see. If the I piece comes after this T piece for Geowolf, we'll know that Geowolf's only a few pieces behind. What's my plan after quitting Friendlies? Move to the Himalayas and become a monk. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. A remote island in Vietnam. I'm gonna go integrate myself with the North Sentinelese. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Geowolf has really maximized the amount of places where pieces can't go in a stack. Starting Tetris enemies this Friendlies this January. Yeah. We'd probably have to do it on Kick if I was actually allowed to say what I would want to say half the time. And also no one would want to play on the show. Just because I always want to push the boundaries of what stupid shit I could say. If the show was called Unfriendlies or whatever. Why am I quitting? I haven't played Tetris in months, basically. I haven't watched Tetris outside of Euro Friendlies in months. Or outside of matches that I've commentated. I've commentated a few matches outside of Euro Friendlies. For Mal. More stupid shit, exactly. Just got other things to do. Geowolf, is he going to hit the spin? He is going to hit the spin. Joseph hasn't played since at least yesterday. Whoa. That's crazy. You're a bit nostalgic to losing you. 73 viewers. Almost double the world population. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? That's how much people want to see this. Might as well make it interesting by, what, stacking shit. That makes sense. That explains a lot of your decisions in your Tetris career so far. I'll give you that. Let's get more of Marks in the cam as well, quickly. Let's just adjust this. You've been playing for way too long, exactly. I mean, I've been playing for a while. You'd think eventually I'd get bored, and I did. I have. How's the game so far? Intense. Geowolf behind by a solid 8,000 points. 43 lines to 44. Geowolf actually taking a lead in the line count so far, King. It's been very back and forth. We've seen Martz lag behind in level 0, but then come out on top with a high stack due to a low left side in level 1. Then in level 2, things evened out a little bit, but Martz maintained his small lead. Level 3, the fact that he got to level 3 first meant that he still maintained that lead a little bit, but Geowolf ended up with another low stack on the left from that level, so that caused the pieces to drop less distance on average, because he couldn't fill anything on the left because his stack sucked. And then ultimately, that's brought him to a much closer point to Martz again, and he might even be ahead in the piece sequence, though Martz, again, in this situation, has got a high up stack, and his right side is covered, so there's not really much potential for him to take slow burns here. He's going to have to play a lot of fast, relatively, Tetris here. And that's the situation in the game so far. This is the greatest Tetris game ever, trademark. Neck and neck. Exactly. What is this tourney? This is the slowest game of Tetris I've ever seen. This is the final game of Euro Friendlies ever. Well, with me as the host. And I just thought, what's the best way to do it? Get the two worst players on the consistently bad players on the show and put them in the slowest game possible and just finish the show with one great big whimper. But quite frankly, I'm enjoying this a lot. Like, if every Tetris match I could just go in with this energy, man, I would never leave. But I think I'd probably die if I had to commentate 6 of these every Euro Friendlies. I would be exhausted. Because this takes more brain power than commentating 29, because I need to think of something to actually say. You could handle a best of 3 from 0 start. Yeah, one across the whole fucking 3 hours, maybe. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm ending Euro Friendlies. I might just do a Cursed Tetris event where it's just best of 1 0 starts, no pushdown. And see how that goes. And just try and see how many people are willing to restream a single 40-minute game of Tetris. That is pretty cursed. Exactly. It would just be fun. I'm having a lot of fun. This is really enjoyable. I'm hanging out with my best buds, Martz and GeoWolf, after all. GeoWolf, nice square hole. Square peg in the square hole, in fact. He knows something that many players do not. Both players in level 5. As you can see, the game is speeding up here. I'm almost losing track of things at this speed. Like, blink and you'll miss at Tetris right now. Martz might even need to turn on his next box in the next few levels. 55k, also I should say, for Martz. GeoWolf still a little while to go, so Martz maintaining this lead in the line count. Also doubled the score as well, I should say. GeoWolf has been playing a very conservative game here. Really hoping that with the increased speed coming in levels 6, 7, 8, and maybe even, if they're lucky, they might reach level 9. He can take it with the consistent gameplay, while Martz may top out due to misdrops. GeoWolf going to transition into level 6 here, and that's going to lead to him managing to catch up just a little bit. But Martz, with his 5-line lead, it's going to be pretty huge. It's going to lead him into level 7 well before GeoWolf. And the further we get, the more these earlier transitions will lead to a line discrepancy. The first person to say hit 19 speeds may end up a full 2 well, if they were to theoretically be capable of playing more than 11 lines on 19, it could end up a solid 3 or 4 levels of 19 speed ahead. But before we get there, we've got a solid 100 lines to go. 120. Level 8, as Akatu says in chat, is looming. So, we shall see. We shall see what they can pull out here. So we'll require some strong gameplay to pass through the level 6 and 7 colours at these speeds, which infamously are difficult to see. Martz getting Tetris ready here, but he's going to need a square piece, most likely. Well, he's going to want a square piece, or a series of L plus J pieces to solve the poor quality of his stack. The left side, not in good place. Definitely would appreciate a long bar in some capacity, but preferably a couple squares first. Actually, here he would need a J piece and then a long bar, and that would score a nice Tetris, plus bring the stack down. A square, that goes to the left. That solves a lot of problems in the stack, brings it to a nice flat space on the left side. And there's the J piece. So just a long bar is all he requires here to bring things to a nice place. A square piece, that works as well. While GeoWolf, 1 line away. He's at 69 lines now. Everyone say ha 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 ha, very funny. But nonetheless, 69 lines, he's about to transition to level 7, but Martz already 5 lines into it. Level 7.5, that's 75 lines, that's right. 82,000 points as well, 35,000 point lead over GeoWolf here. Well, GeoWolf, he's gonna need to put some pieces on the left side here to get Tetris ready, but there's also a miner missing on the right side. Thank you, Ian Keith. He puts ha 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 ha, very funny. That's what we wanted to see. Like horse racing, exactly. Like horses running through molasses. It's the 100 meters molasses horse race. We've got Marks coming up on the back, coming up from behind. Well, GeoWolf, he's pulling out ahead. No, it's the wrong way around actually. We've got GeoWolf pulling up from behind while Mark's out ahead. I can't do horse racing voice for more than 3 seconds before I want to die, but that's okay. This is the most entertaining level 7 I've ever seen. Exactly. GeoWolf really pushing out this level 7 transition as long as possible, but he finally hits it, gets that 70 lines. That's the break point for level 7. That's right. But Martz, he's already midway through level 8. He's massively ahead at this point, but GeoWolf in a dig. This could be dangerous. As we know, these players are shit at the game, so this could go any way, any which way. That's right. Nobody knows what could come out of this. So, Martz at 94,000 points. He's closing in on 100k. He has turned on his Xbox as well, so we've got to remember. We've got to remember, this is the level where Martz has decreed that it is too much of a challenge for him to play at these speeds without the Xbox. He's going to score Tetris. He's going to go up to 117. That's right, he's in level 9 now. A whole 18 lines ahead of GeoWolf. GeoWolf's left side, long bar dependent here. He's going to need a long bar to fill that in, but his right side, maybe a square, maybe a series of L pieces here, or J pieces. He's going to burn out the left side a little bit, but he's going to want a square on the right side to burn this down. But now, with that covering on the left side, we've got more burning to do. Maybe just going to have to force a triple here down the well, with the delayed well on the left side, maybe, as he burns across the top. While on Mart's side, he's in level 9 speeds. Remarkably quick, I know. It looks way faster than level 9 normally does, but that's what happens when you start on level 0 with no push down. He's going to score a triple here. He's got one Mino missing in the sack for that Tetris. But with this square, he's Tetris ready, and he's going to score it, go up to 134 into level 10. That's right, 101 lines. Look at the level and line count combined, 10101. That's binary. GeoWolf, on the other hand, he's in a rough situation. Going to score a triple at 63,000 into level 8. With level 8 speeds, these digs get a little bit more spicy, but we could get into level 9. That's when it gets really dangerous for these players. I don't know how I can commentate this much about level 8 speed. I commentate more on this speed than I do on 29. GeoWolf getting some real trouble here. The weight on the right side continuing to mount. He could take a flat burn with this eyepiece, but he isn't going to. He's going to put it vertical on the left. He's going to delay these burns. This could be a bad strat for him. He's going to misdrop. He's going to take a couple of misdrops here. This is still survivable, obviously. It is level 8 speeds, but these players are not very good at the game, so anything can happen here. He just needs a J piece. Or is it no? It's an L piece. He needs an L piece. Eyepiece there. T piece is what he requires now. That long bar flat, that isn't going to do it for him. I think he's going to be done. He's going to be done at 66,000 points. Martz at 140k. He's going to take the game. An unfortunate early drop out for GeoWolf. Only, what, 15 minutes into the game? An early top out. Unfortunate. Probably more than that, actually. 15, 20. Probably 20 minutes into the game, an early top out for GeoWolf. Very sad, but that's how it all goes. Martz is deemed the Euro Friendlies champion. That's right, he has won all of Europe. The official language of France will in fact become Quebecois French. Unfortunate for the French, I know. But that's how things go. Such is how the cookie crumbles. And where do we go from here? I guess we just have to close the show. I don't want to. I've been enjoying this game. I want to see where Martz takes this. I want to watch the finale of this Martz game. We all want to watch it. But while he finishes his game, which I'm sure will end soon because he cannot play level 19 for the life of him, he's tried. He tries, but it just doesn't happen. Martz PB, that isn't happening. Okay, let's temper our expectations here, Weston. If he gets a PB this game, he's a madman. Okay? Anyway, I'd like to thank Martz and GeoWolf for being just great. Terrible at Tetris, but great otherwise. You're welcome, GeoWolf. I'd like to thank King for letting me do all of this dumb shit. I'd like to thank Burb for tolerating me co-commentating with them on all of those super shows. Who else? Who else is important to the show? I'd like to thank Mel and Ben Famir for being an endless supply of humor for me. Threes Twos for his terrible bits this morning. Well, this morning, you know, start of this show. It feels like it's been 12 hours in this one game. I've lost track of time. He has a level 29 at this point, yeah. Yeah, Weston, I'd like to thank Weston for not showing up to his match last episode. I'd like to thank Poker for not showing up to about 50% of the matches that they've ever signed up for. I'd like to thank Equi, Ian Keith, Toka again, Arbaro, all of these players who have played cursed matches, Gerald Freeman as well. I'd like to thank Gerald Freeman especially for actually doing his first ever face reveal on Euro Friendlies, I'm pretty sure. That was entirely by accident in mid to late 2022. Little known fact, but that's just something that it's the official canon. Gerald Freeman did his face reveal on Euro Friendlies. It's that simple. Okay, VOD's missing now. You can't prove it, but it happened. Mark's been bolting a 1.3 for just this moment. Exactly. Who else can I thank? I'll thank Kingsman again just for tolerating me conceptually. I got one more super show Burb has to put up with me. Fair enough. But still, such is life. Who else can I just pick out randomly? I'm just going to go and put your name in chat and I'll thank you as well. If you don't put your name in chat, you won't get a shout out though, I'm afraid. Mark's in level 19 here. Can he make it to kill screen? Can Marks get a slow run world record? No, he can't because NGC man. No, of course he can't. He completely fucks it, as Marks is known to do, as Marks is destined to do, as Marks is specialized in doing. Marks has topped out 14 lines into level 19, his own personal kill screen. Geowolf, in the meantime, a whopping 21 lines on 19, probably a PB, but nonetheless, that's it. Let's find somewhere to go with this and where can we go? Who could we raid? Do we want to raid Marks? We could just raid Marks. We could go let Marks have a brief have the viewership for a brief moment. Let's raid Marks.